After a long rainy winter in Southern California, the sharks are back. But it's not just juveniles now. Look at the size difference between these two sharks. This month, it seems like there's some bigger sharks near the shore. For comparison, the smaller of the two sharks can be seen here later in the day with some stand-up paddleboarders. The paddleboarders at first did not know a shark was near them. As summer approaches in California, more and more people are entering the water. And with more people in the water, more shark encounters will be visible from above. Eventually, the folks on the paddleboards here did see the shark. Whereas I used to be able to inform people of a shark nearby using my drone, much as I did in the previous clip, there is now a trend occurring. I've noticed people are now using my drone to essentially help them chase sharks instead of avoid them. In many cases, it's become difficult to merely observe the sharks undisturbed because people are now purposely following the drone for a chance to get a closer look. It is pretty evident the shark has no interest in the paddleboarders, but not every shark is the same, nor are they all the same size. It is wise to remember that while most sharks along Southern California's coast are young juveniles, there are also a good amount of large sharks roaming the waters. Shortly thereafter, a larger shark approached these individuals. It is apparent they were watching for the drone without realizing the shark is approaching. As I lower the drone, they spotted the shark. The woman's reaction on the paddleboard says it all. Just as I've documented many times before, sharks prefer to investigate paddleboarders from behind. It is some of the most predictable behavior I document. Still, the paddleboarder followed the drone rather than avoiding the area, and so he gets closer. In fact, you can see the paddleboarder has a GoPro and attempts to photograph the shark. He knows what the drone is there for. He'll likely realize the water is too murky for a photo or video to yield any good result. Eventually, the stand-up paddleboarder loses the shark, but once again, the shark still turns back to investigate. The smaller juveniles, like this one, don't seem to have the large scars on them. The scars on the larger sharks indicate they are perhaps attempting to capture larger marine mammals. These are the sharks one should try to avoid, as they may be more likely to pursue bigger prey. Not all paddleboarders understand the drone near them is a shark, however. These two women are actually waving me off, oblivious to the shark. This is a bigger shark. For reference, the stand-up paddleboard here is approximately 10 feet 6 inches long. This shark did alter its course initially to pursue the individuals, but it never approached any closer than this. Many of the smaller sharks tend to get very curious about people and floating debris. This one circled a floating paper plate for quite some time. It is incredibly entertaining to observe this behavior. It's apparent these young sharks are still trying to figure out what's floating in their environment. The shark actually makes several passes at the floating debris. Never once did it strike with its mouth, however. Unfortunately, trash is too often what's found floating. This shark touches the plastic with its nose and dorsal fin. Here's another example. Once again, the shark inspects the debris with its dorsal fin, a behavior I've now come to realize is quite common, especially with the larger juveniles. As I continue to document the white sharks in Southern California this year, I aim to observe the sharks interact with other species and objects around them. This includes humans, boats, and anything else that crosses their path. April is generally the start of shark season in Southern California, so I am sure that there will be many more opportunities to film these encounters.